Medical professionals in Tobago receive training on surveillance of vaccine-preventable diseases and crisis and risk communication. Political analysts questions the timing of the proposed changes to the coat of arms by the Prime Minister. Firearm and narcotics seized in Scarborough and in sports. We bring you details on TFA matches that took place over the past weekend. Good evening, I'm Patricia Nicholson-Richards. Welcome to the Tobago Updates television news for Monday, 26th August, 2024. To our top story this evening, the COVID-19 pandemic demonstrated to health professionals around the world the importance of effective communication with the public and having a plan in place. For this reason, the United States Centers for Disease Control and Prevention is training health professionals in Tobago on surveillance of vaccine-preventable diseases and crisis and risk communication. This training is being facilitated in part by the Ministry of Health. More in this report from Candice Jackson.
As travel around the world becomes easier and more accessible, the transfer of diseases from one country to another also becomes more likely, according to Dr. Benjamin Dahl, supervisory epidemiologist with the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention.
And we've seen that a disease could happen in the United States and be here in 3 hours. A disease could happen in Tobago and be in China in 10 hours.
This was certainly evident during the COVID-19 pandemic, which led to global lockdowns for several months. It is one of the reasons why the U.S. CDC is working with the Ministry of Health to train health professionals across the country, including in Tobago, according to Dr. Patrice Rabathali Nandram, Senior Public Health Specialist.
It's critical that this beautiful sister isle also have the persons who have the correct knowledge to approach outbreaks and be involved in rapid response. They should be as knowledgeable about vaccine-preventable diseases, just like their colleagues in Trinidad.
The workshop was welcomed by the Secretary of Health, Wellness and Social Protection, Dr. Faith V. Israel.
So this training is being held because we need to ensure that whenever we are treating with diseases that are vaccine preventable, that we get it right from the beginning to the end. So it includes, for example, quite a bit of surveillance and doing the background work so that if anyone pops up with a disease, we are alerted that that disease is on the island in the first instance.
Dr. B. Israel also endorsed the training in crisis and risk communication.
So day one specifically talks about crisis communication, which is instead of, running, oh, the sky is falling, we would be able to say to the people of Tobago in a coherent way that does not scare them, but provides the necessary information. Say, okay, this is a situation, this is what we are doing, this is what we need you to do, and together we would be able to withstand or we would be able to control whatever the disease that we are treating with.
Currently, the world is paying attention to the monkeypox epidemic in Africa, and Dr. Dahl noted that the workshop will include specific focus on that disease. However, he pointed out that the risk of it spreading to the Caribbean is low.
I think the Ministry of Health is well equipped to deal with any potential cases, but I think the risk here is low, but that's why we do disease surveillance, so that one could detect any potential cases. And I really feel that the ministry is prepared.
Candice Jackson, Tobago Updates, Television News.
Recently, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley announced that the 3 ships on the country's coat of arms, the Nina, Pinta and Santa Maria, will be replaced with the steel pan. This announcement has raised concerns about the motivation, purpose and overall costs of removing the 3 ships. Political analyst Dr. Winford James was on our Tobago Updates morning show, where he shared his views on the proposed changes.
Political analyst Dr. Winford James shared his reservations about the proposed change of the replacement of Columbus's 3 ships on the coat of arms with the steel pan. Citing that the Prime Minister's tenure is almost coming to an end, James questioned why the steel pan was being placed on the coat of arms at this time.
Why now are you focused on the coat of arms? And I want to find out, how much would it cost to redesign the coat of arms?
With the general and the THA elections approaching, James questioned whether the Prime Minister's proposal to change the coat of arms was politically motivated. He emphasized that the public may judge the government for focusing on the issue when more pressing concerns demand attention.
People don't consider that. People are more concerned about bread and butter issues, yeah?
Trinidad and Tobago is a multi-ethnic country. As such, there have been ongoing conversations on whether or not the TASA should be a part of the coat of arms as a representation for the Indo-Trinbagonian community. James noted that there is a cultural competition within the country and that it is expected that other communities would want to be represented as well. However, he does favor the steel pan as a national instrument, but is not prepared to be in defense of it as he views the situation as trivial. Joe Sheldad, Tobago Updates Television News.
An anti-crime operation in Scarborough led to the seizure of a firearm and narcotics. Between 12:30 p.m. and 1:30 p.m. on Sunday, officers on mobile patrol acted on information about a firearm hidden near the old NIB Mall on Gardenside Street. An extensive search uncovered a black leather side bag containing an unmarked firearm, a magazine, 28.68 grams of cocaine, a razor blade, a digital scale, a lighter, a knife, and a blue Vendetta. The recovery of the firearm is the 15th weapon seized so far in Tobago. The operation was directed by ACP Hazel, coordinated by Senior Superintendent Rodel Kerr, and led by Acting ASP Sunil Bharat. The investigation, supervised by PC De Freitas, is ongoing. We'll take a short break and come back with more. Stay tuned.
Get ready to celebrate with us in style on the 31st of August at the Magdalena Grande Beach and Golf Resort for our premium all-inclusive Independence Party from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. A premium drinks inclusive event with top DJs, fireworks, and a slumber party for the kids for only 100 TT. Tickets for this premium all-inclusive event is only 400 TT at Island E-Tickets and the resort. For more information, call 660-8500. Mark your calendars now for this premium all-inclusive Independence Party.
Now is the time for it to jam on somebody. Hand up in the air, madness everywhere. It's in with DNA. Do more, live more. Do more, live more. Oh, this is how it's gonna go. They better look up below, 'cause this is your show, and everybody's gonna know. Say it to them once again. They better look up below. This is your show, and everybody's gonna know. That's how it's gonna go. They better look up below, 'cause this is your show. More, live more.
Attention all talented individuals and groups in Tobago. This is your moment to shine. Showcase your skills in music, dance or drama at Tobago Star Quest. Prelim auditions are held every Sunday across various communities throughout Tobago. Seize the chance to win exciting prizes and demonstrate your talent. For more details, visit our Instagram page at tobago.star.quest or email tobagostarquest@gmail.com. We look forward to seeing you there.
Are you ready to optimize your wedding business for engagement season and book more clients? Refine is the place to be. Refine, the Wedding Business Summit. Saturday, 14th September 2024 from 9 a.m. Pigeon Point Heritage Park, Tobago. This premier event is designed specifically for Caribbean wedding industry professionals. Gain expert insights, practical knowledge, and valuable connections that can help you thrive in the destination wedding market. Register now at refinesummit.com. It is time to refine. Refine, the Wedding Business Summit. Get insider info, advice, and insights from local, regional, and international players in the destination wedding market. Refine, the Wedding Business Summit. Saturday, 14th September 2024, Pigeon Point Heritage Park, Tobago. It's time to refine.
I'm so relieved Javel gave me this money. Now I could enjoy the holidays with my family and not have to worry about monies for bags, books, and shoes.
Javel? Who is Javel? she could give me some money too?
Javel is the July-August vacation education loan at Bethel Credit Union. Up to $20,000 to help with all additional expenses during this July-August.
Yes, you heard right. Call the Bethel Credit Union and ask for Javel. She'll hook you up with the money to take care of all your additional expenses this holiday season. Open to new members too. Get up to $20,000 and have a worry-free holiday with Javel. Call 639-8226 or 631-1336 or message us on Facebook for more information.
Welcome back. What was supposed to be an evening of fun and relaxation aboard a reef boat owned and operated by Frankie Tours was interrupted by a brawl yesterday evening. Michael Frank, the owner of Frankie Tours, noted that after his tour ended, they stopped off at No Man's Land for a bonfire. He said it was there the altercation took place.
So while they was on No Man's Land, a guy was harassing one of the customers. And one of my workers reached him and there was an altercation between he and the worker.
The altercation led to a stabbing which intensified the scene, thus leading to a fight on No Man's Land. As the brawl escalated, the perpetrators found their way onto one of the vessels owned by Frankie Tours.
And also, with that now, there was a whole big fight on No Man's Land, which ended up coming up on my boat. So it come like if we was involved in it, but we wasn't actually involved in it. This was all happening on No Man's Land.
As a result, the police were called to the scene and the worker was carried to the hospital where he received 2 stitches. Well, as crime is one of Tobago's priorities, Senior Superintendent Rodel Kirk discussed the collaboration between the TTPS and other arms of national security in keeping the island safe. Regarding Tobago's borders and the entry of firearms, Superintendent Kirk said they cannot stop people from Trinidad from coming to Tobago. He said the TTPS has been working with external agencies.
Our TT Defense Force, Coast Guard, Air Guard, Customs, you name it. However, we have to go deeper than this. I reach out to the fisher folk in terms of getting involved, getting on board.
He noted that a lot is happening to fishing vessels, noting that a vessel was stolen from Belgarden Bay. Kirk said this has been happening for a while.
Persons are coming, stealing vessels and using those vessels to do whatever they do. Again, we urge our fisher folk to be a bit vigilant, try to secure as far as possible your items, try to put measures in place where you can trace them as well, because
Senior Superintendent Kirk stated that the TTPS has good communication with their counterparts. He said this will be a continued approach to keep firearms from coming to Tobago, noting that they come through legal and illegal means. There is a warning of widespread coral bleaching and coral mortality being issued for Trinidad and Tobago. The warning came from the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, which issued a coral bleaching alert level 2 with seawater temperatures reaching 33 degrees Celsius. More in this report from Candice Jackson.
With coral reefs still recovering from the severe bleaching event of 2023 are once again under threat as sea temperatures continue to rise. The NOAA has recorded alarming water temperatures of up to 33 degrees Celsius this month, significantly higher than the typical August temperature of 28 degrees Celsius. This alarming increase is putting additional stress on the already vulnerable coral ecosystems, many of which have yet to fully recover from last year's high sea temperatures. Coral bleaching occurs when corals stressed by the changes in conditions such as temperature expel symbiotic algae living in their tissues. This loss of algae, which provides corals with food through photosynthesis and gives them their vibrant colors, leaves corals white or bleached. While corals can survive a bleaching event, prolonged stress often leads to coral death, resulting in the loss of vital marine habitats. The Institute of Marine Affairs is urging the public to avoid activities such as netting, spearfishing, and banking on the affected reefs to prevent further damage. Divers are also asked to refrain from touching corals, as even minimal contact can exuberate the stress and hinder recovery. To monitor the situation, the IMA is using the updated 5-kilometer regional bleaching heat stress maps and gauges from the NOAA, while the system is currently being updated to reflect the new bleaching alert levels, which now extend to level 5. Users are encouraged to consult the time series data for accurate information. The IMA also asks residents and visitors to report any signs of coral bleaching through the CITT app so that any new incidents can be quickly addressed to protect these vital marine ecosystems. Candace Jackson, Tobago Updates, Television News.
You're watching the Tobago Updates Television News. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Tobago Updates. Our sports report is next.
Cafe, the buffet restaurant that specializes in all your tasty local dishes. For breakfast and for lunch. Breakfast includes coconut bake and sada roti served with chokers, bull joil, and sausages in tomato sauce. Not forgetting beef and cheese pies, shepherd's pie, macaroni pie, and rice in various styles. Meat served in a variety of flavors, garden salads, and pasta salads. All this accompanied by fruit juices, coconut water, your choice of a great combination to appease your taste buds. So call us today to order, as we are here to accommodate your busy schedules or if you are having a cooking day off.
Stop. You don't have to sneak in. You don't have to sneak. Pigeon Point security, we have an access pass. You don't have to sneak in.
What access pass is that? The new Pigeon Point Breaking Beach access card. With this card, you can get free access to Pigeon Point, a free umbrella, and a free chair. So make sure you get your Pigeon Point access card.
I can get that?
Definitely. This is your access card, so you can now go into Pigeon Point.
Okay. Guys, we outside in Pigeon Point, sun and we enjoying it with we access cards. All social media links to Youth Voice and Pigeon Point would be tagged, and stay tuned for it.
It's a different type of thing down there, and we party till we drop down there, with a lot of pretty girls down there, down in Tobago.
Welcome to a sports report. The Tobago Football Association League delivered another thrilling weekend of football, packed with high-scoring matches and intense rivalries. With teams battling it out for supremacy, fans were treated to non-stop action and memorable moments on the pitch. The details in this report.
It was another exciting weekend in the Tobago Football Association League with goals aplenty. Signal Hill United went head-to-head with Lambo United in a high-octane contest. Signal Hill got off to a flying start with Kerwin Nero found the net in the second minute. Lambo United responded in the 35th minute with Trevor Caesar equalizing from the penalty spot, bringing the score to 1-1 at half-time. The second half was action-packed with a barrage of goals. Dominic Roberts put Signal Hill back in the lead in the 51st minute with a stunning free kick, but Lambo's Jaim Lovely leveled the score once again with a header in the 58th minute, making it 2-2. Signal Hill, however, had more to give. Dominic Roberts again scored in the 71st minute with a brilliant solo effort, and Kerwin Simon wrapped up the victory with his second of the night in the 77th minute. In another match, Stockyville took on Leeds United. Stockyville opened the scoring in the 19th minute through Sheldon Matthews. Leeds United equalized in the 40th minute when Vernon Wilson converted a penalty. However, the second half was dominated by Stockyville, with Josiah Leacock scoring twice, first from the penalty spot in the 56th minute and again in the 68th minute, before Jermaine Walters added a final goal in the 72nd minute, securing a commanding 4-1 victory for Stockyville. The action continues this Wednesday with a double header at the Dwight York Stadium. Eagles FC will take on Goodwood at 5:30 p.m, followed by Conlon Hall versus Conlon Lane at 7:30 p.m. Marcus Daniel, Tobago Update Sports.
Well, the excitement was at Raw Fitness Health Club as athletes converged for the much-anticipated Raw Power Powerlifting Competition. With cash prizes on the line, the competitors unleashed their raw strength in a thrilling showdown of deadlifts, bench presses, and squats. As the crowd roared with each lift, the stakes soared higher, setting the stage for an unforgettable battle of grit and determination across various categories.
Raw Fitness Health Club hosted its highly anticipated Raw Power Powerlifting Competition, joining elite athletes from across the country to showcase their strength in various categories. The event, held at Raw Fitness Gasparillo, saw participants battle it out for supremacy in the deadlift, bench press and squat events, with substantial cash prizes up for grabs. Competition was fierce in the men's division, with athletes vying for top honors in the open, junior, sub-junior and masters categories. The standard performance in each category walked away with 2,000 for the open, 1,000 for the junior and sub-junior categories, and a 500 voucher for masters category. In addition to the overall category winners, special prizes were awarded for the best individual lifts. The top performance in the deadlift, bench press and squat each secured an additional $500 voucher. Caleb Alexis emerged victorious in the 93 kg weight class. Alexis showcased his immense strength and skill, securing first place overall in the competition, with another standout competitor known as Bago Beast, also hailing from Tobago. Bago Beast clinched first place in the 120 kg junior category and achieved a commendable second place overall. Marcus Daniel, Tobago Update Sports.
That's it for Sports Report, but more news and the weather report after this.
Tobago Glass Supplies has been a leading name for over 37 years in the glass and aluminum market in Tobago. We provide an extensive range of high-quality, innovative aluminum and glass products for commercial and residential use. Competitive prices with superior and professional services by committed employees who are guided by rigid quality standards. Tobago Glass Supplies specializes in the manufacture and installation of glass and aluminum products that are essential to today's homeowners and the business environment. We are engaged in marketing, sales, and installation of a variety of products. These ranges from windows and doors to necessities such as mirrors for homes and vehicles, designed and manufactured in-house or imported.
Attention members, now is your chance to double or even triple your dividend payment with no increase in your existing loan payment. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity to boost your dividends effectively. Whether you're planning a vacation or simply looking to maximize your savings, we've got you covered. Call us today at 639-8226 or 631-1336. Message us on Facebook for more information. Hurry, this offer won't last long. Bethel Credit Union, because we see you at BCU. Attention all talented individuals and groups in Tobago. This is your moment to shine. Showcase your skills in music, dance or drama at Tobago Star Quest. Prelim auditions are held every Sunday across various communities throughout Tobago. Seize the chance to win exciting prizes and demonstrate your talent. For more details, visit our Instagram page at tobago.star.quest or email tobagostarquest@gmail.com. We look forward to seeing you there.
On Friday, August 23rd, Chief Secretary Farley Augustine took to Facebook to clarify the circumstances surrounding the recent removal of vendors from the Swallows Beach area. Augustine explained that the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service conducted the removal exercise in accordance with laws and regulations governing illegal vending. More in this report by Trevicia Phillips.
Chief Secretary Farley Augustine stated that the THA was aware of the removal process and had engaged in discussions to ensure a fair approach. He noted Area Representative Joel Sampson secured an extension to delay the removal process until after the Great Race event, as the TTPS had initially intended to carry out the operation before the event. Augustine emphasized that the removal was not a permanent measure, but part of a larger plan to ensure compliance with health codes and improve the area for both visitors and locals.
While they are being moved today, please be assured that there is a bigger plan that includes them, and for which they are a part of the planning and the consultation, as we not only clean that area, but that we also ensure that they can vend safely, they can make a ton load of money in the area, and that they will be able to reap the benefits for generations to come.
Regarding the future of the vendors, Augustine revealed that plans have already been completed to develop the waterfront area. He said these plans will allow vendors to operate in a safe environment while adhering to the necessary health regulations. In the interim, the vendors were provided with pop-up tents and folding tables, and food vendors will have access to running water.
So you may realize that with all the commentary happening online, that the commentary happening online was not really coming from the vendors themselves. And that's because up to yesterday, Mr. Sampson was there consulting and working with the vendors in the area. So we're not crazy. We didn't just send police to break them down.
The Chief Secretary assured the public that the vendors' interests are being considered and that the goal is to create a safer, more organized space for all. Trevicia Phillips, Tobago Updates Television News.
The Trinidad and Tobago Coast Guard has confirmed that no personnel were injured during a gunfire incident aboard the Gulfstream vessel in Port of Spain on Friday night. The Coast Guard reported that while conducting security duties in the Sea Lots area, its members observed intruders attempting to board the vessel. The intruders engaged in a brief exchange of gunfire before fleeing the scene. The Coast Guard is assisting police in the ongoing investigation. The Ministry of Energy also confirmed the incident, initially reporting that a response crew member sustained a non-life-threatening injury and is receiving medical attention. The overturned barge, towed from Tobago, is now under the supervision of the Maritime Services Division for storage, preparation, and official handover. Now here's what to expect of the weather tonight into tomorrow from the T&T Met office. Tonight, generally fair, despite isolated showers developing mainly after midnight. Tonight's temperature should be around 26 degrees Celsius. Tomorrow, generally fair and slightly hazy despite the likelihood of isolated showers over a few areas. There is a medium chance of a heavier showers or the odd thunderstorm, particularly over central and southwestern areas during the mid-morning to afternoon period. Mostly fair night is expected. Tomorrow's temperatures should reach a high of 32 degrees Celsius with a heat index of 35 degrees Celsius. Seas slight with waves now 1.3 meters in open waters and smooth in sheltered areas. Sunrise is at 5:53 and sunset at 6:14. And that's how we end this evening's newscast. Here's a recap of our headlines. Medical professionals in Tobago received training on surveillance of vaccine-preventable diseases and crisis and risk communication. Political analyst questions the timing of the proposed changes to the coat of arms by the Prime Minister. Firearm and narcotics seized in Scarborough, and in sports we gave you a roundup of the TFA weekend. I'm Patricia Nicholson Richards, thanking you so much for joining us and wishing you a great night.